Today, we're going to learn how to use the phrasal verb bring up like a native English speaker, and we are starting right now. Hello guys, and welcome to Talk Speak English, the English channel that helps you speak English with confidence. Now, don't forget, if you're new here and you want to learn how to use phrasal verbs and other fun English related stuff, start now by subscribing and clicking the bell so you don't miss anything. So the first meaning of the phrasal verb bring up we are going to look at today is to bring up someone. Now, to bring up someone means to look after someone, usually from childhood into adulthood. For example, we could say, she brought up 4 children without any help. If someone was brought up in a certain place or with certain attitudes, it means that they grew up in that place or were taught those attitudes when they were growing up. For example, if I was to say they were brought up in England, it means that they grew up in England and ultimately reached adulthood there. Here's an example from the 2013 film The Great Gatsby to help us.
Sadly, all of them are dead now. I was brought up in America but educated at Oxford because all my ancestors have been educated there for many years. You see, it's a family tradition. Sadly, all of them are dead now. I was brought up in America but educated at Oxford because all my ancestors have been educated there for many years. You see, it's a family tradition.
Here's another clip from the 1977 film Annie Hall with Woody Allen. Now, I want you to listen very carefully to where Woody Allen says he was brought up.
And it's funny, I'm not a morose type. I'm not a depressive character. I was a reasonably happy kid, I guess. I was brought up in Brooklyn during World War II. And it's funny, I'm not a morose type. I'm not a depressive character. I was a reasonably happy kid, I guess. I was brought up in Brooklyn during World War II.
Now, here we have another clip from Angels and Demons. I want you to listen to what Ewan McGregor's character says in the next scene.
Even when I was young and stubborn, I wanted to be ordained, but I was brought up in Italy, so I also wanted to do my military service. Even when I was young and stubborn, I wanted to be ordained, but I was brought up in Italy, so I also wanted to do my military service.
Now moving on to the second meaning of the phrasal verb to bring up. Now, to bring up something means to start talking about a particular topic or subject. For example, you could say, he brought up his divorce at the restaurant and his family were very surprised. So this means that he started talking about his divorce and the family were shocked by it. Let's take a look at a clip from X-Men Origins Wolverine to help us.
I'm living a totally different life now, Victor. No need to bring up the past.
See here how the character says, no need to bring up the past, to say, you don't need to start talking about it. Let's take another look.
I'm living a totally different life now, Victor. No need to bring up the past.
Now for another clip from the 2012 film Silver Linings Playbook. Notice here how the character says, please don't bring it up, meaning please don't start talking about it.
I'm just Tiffany.
What happened to Tommy?
He died.
Tommy died?
Cops die.
How'd he die?
Please don't bring it up.
No, how did he die?
I just said.
How did who die?
I'm just Tiffany.
What happened to Tommy?
He died.
Tommy died?
Cops die.
How'd he die?
Please don't bring it up.
No, how did he die?
I just said.
How did who die?
The last clip we're going to look at today is from Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol.
Сергей, что происходит?
Все хорошо, Magna.
I don't mean to bring up the elephant in the room, but what's with the big hairy Russian?
Who, Bogdan?
So, an elephant in the room is an expression that's used in English when there's an obvious problem or difficult situation that people don't want to talk about. Let's take another look.
Сергей, что происходит?
Все хорошо, Magna.
I don't mean to bring up the elephant in the room, but what's with the big hairy Russian?
Who, Bogdan?
So guys, for a final recap, to bring up someone is used when someone brings up a child and they look after it until it is an adult. For example, he struggled to bring up his children without his wife. If someone has been brought up in a certain place or with certain attitudes, they grew up in that place or were taught those attitudes when they were growing up. For example, She was brought up in Spain, so she speaks Spanish fluently. Now, to bring something up, on the other hand, is to start talking about a particular subject. For example, I hate to bring this up, but you still owe me money. So there we are guys, another video done for you there. And don't forget, if you like this video, why not check out my other videos in my phrasal verb series and subscribe for more great content. If you're feeling really confident, why not leave me a comment in the comment section below using the phrasal verb bring up. Once again guys, thank you so much for watching and I will see you next time.